Hey everybody, what's going on? John Haddock here from Think About Comics, joined by
Your boy William Bethea.
Today we're talking about Spawn issue 315.
Woo, woo, woo.
What'd you think, man?
Hey man, yo, Omega Spawn. What? Yo, this was work all day. Look, my man Al Simmons was getting work the whole ride. If it wasn't for Medieval Spawn, yo, look, let me tell you something. I gotta give major props to Medieval Spawn. Cause that boy, he came with that sword and he meant about work. He did the eye thing, worked him a little bit, and then Al came and did his spot, and they was all smart. But you really didn't know how bad this fight was gonna get until my man started using his powers and hitting him. Oh, look. This was an amazing issue. It was action-packed the entire way. The other Spawn came, I forgot his name, the dude we thought was dead, but he came out and helped out a little bit, and then he caught some blood, and then he ended up dying. It's terrible. 3 Spawns it took to break this dude down to a certain degree. And then he still didn't die. He still was hanging in, and then some damn Spawn thing came rising up at the end, scared the hell out of me.
It's Plague Spawn. He was on the cover.
I'm just saying that thing came out. That thing, I said, oh, it's gonna be a long weekend. Yeah.
Well, I mean, let me just say this.
Okay.
When I picked this one up, it was like, okay. Since the last time we've talked about Spawn, which was 314, Todd McFarlane has announced that he's going to be doing his Spawn universe.
Yes.
He's going to be branching off and doing spin-offs. Obviously, they're going to be the most popular versions of Spawn. The Gunslinger Spawn, She-Spawn, and Medieval Spawn.
Medieval Spawn, yeah.
I don't think... I haven't really read into it. I just saw the announcement. I didn't really care. Because me and you had mentioned, like, that's something they needed to do anyway.
Yeah.
So to me, it just didn't feel like a surprise. It just seemed like a really good idea.
Yeah.
I was hoping it was going to be something totally different. Like maybe a video game, animated series, a movie that's been hinted at for over a decade now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff down the pipeline. Hearing about more Spawn comics coming out. It's cool. I just don't know how long it's going to last and what it's going to be set up to be.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at this, and from what I gather, if you got all these Spawns coming from different, I guess multiverses,
different pieces in time.
Yeah. So if they all converging into one spot, then there's a lot of work to go around.
Well, I don't think they're going to be converging into one spot. I think it's going to be them and their solo titles.
Yeah, but it's all happening in one Earth at the same time period. So if we talking about doing that in one Earth at the same time period, and let's just see if he is opening up this to other titles in Image.
Well, we were supposed to get...
It would be amazing.
We were supposed to get a book. I want to say it was like Cyan. She's gained like psychic abilities. Mm-hmm. And she was supposed to get her own book at one time.
Okay.
And that never came through. So, yeah. But, okay, so we got that out of the way. That was the Spawn news. It's cool. I'm going to get the books regardless.
Oh, yeah.
I got the last spinoff we've had was... Well, minus Spawn Kills would have been Witchblade and Spawn, Medieval Spawn. That ran for like 4 or 5 issues. It was pretty cool. But 315 is what Image used to all be about, was your over-the-top action.
Yes. That
80s ridiculousness of action. That's what this book is. There's so much going on in these panels.
Yes!
And you don't really... The dialogue is there, but it's just a giant slugfest. You have decapitation of limbs, people's eyes getting ripped off, chains being thrown up on people.
I love it.
Plague Spawn at the end, which was... His first appearance was on the cover.
Okay.
Of a couple issues ago. I forget which issue it was. So Spawn's just offering a lot of stuff right now. I hope it continues at this pace.
Yeah.
I've noticed... some other things, and this is, I think, the 3rd or 4th issue that's done it. I could be wrong, where they're starting to do the 1 in 50s. So we're starting to see a lot more covers of Spawn.
Yeah.
So I hope that's because of popularity. More people are being brought back into him.
And work.
He's definitely a cool character. I mean, you're bringing back fan favorites like Medieval Spawn, Gunslinger Spawn. You know, last time I remember reading about Omega Spawn was when Al Simmons became him, and that giant Image crossover event thing. But I mean, this is a badass book. I don't know, you know, if you're reading anything from DC or Marvel right now, this is kind of on par with what a lot of their stuff's doing. I mean, but more brutal, more action. Yeah. I mean, I would definitely, if it came down to one of the B-rated books for Marvel or DC, I'm picking this up over it. This is a really strong book. A lot of people are sleeping on Spawn right now. And it's really sad because people are buying books right now and they're hyping stuff up that, you know, isn't really that good. I mean, or I shouldn't say that. Like, people hyped up Ha Ha too. Great read.
Great read.
But you need a Prozac after reading that.
Don't do that.
Because it's depressing. This is awesome. This is that action, badass book.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. Okay, when we looking for superheroes and anti-heroes, okay, we know where to go to, okay? Yeah. If you looking for that drama and stuff like that, there's not a lot of great books that give you that. Yeah. That realism, that hit you in the heart, novel type, but yet we put in a comic feel. So everybody got a lane. And the lane that Ha Ha in is definitely not the lane that this is in. Okay?
Well, I wasn't trying to compare the titles. I was just saying, you know, people are jumping on books and overlooking ones that I think have more substance to it. I mean, Ha Ha has a great story. Yeah. It's a great anthology series. Yeah. It's a very realistic take. Yes. Spawn is that feel-good, fun comic book experience. When you pick up a comic book, you know, this is a larger-than-life character. Yes. All the way through. Giant panels of just nothing but action, you know, kind of cheesy dialogue, that whole, you know, our hero dives away as the giant claw attempts to crush him. Yeah. You know, shit like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is a comic book. Yeah. I think a lot of comics nowadays try to be more than just a comic book or try to act like they're not a comic book. This is a comic book. It's a fun read. The artwork is fantastic. I'm just gonna sum it up and say, if you're not reading Spawn, I don't understand why. And I get it. We're Spawn guys. Yes. But this is just a fun read.
It is.
You know, there's no like excess of craziness. It's here's this guy. He's fighting this dude, and they're going to war. That's it. Great book. Awesome read. Highly recommend getting it. There's a bunch of covers for this. There's a one in, I think, 25 or 50. I can't remember. But definitely something to check out. Spawn is awesome. Give us that like. Give us that subscribe. Hit us up in the comments section. Me and him will try to get back to you. We love having those conversations with you guys. As always, thanks for checking us out.
Peace.